Hello, everyone. It is the Prophet Michael David, aka Aries, and I hope everyone's having a great day. All right. I don't normally post 2 days in a row, but for a lot of reasons, I'm posting more often right now. Number one, I realized this was the time of year last year when I became Mashiach. And number two, it is the Jewish high holidays, or what they call the high holidays. Although I found out and I explained in my last video that they're still ultimately defined by Pesach and the Archangel Michael to a point, my namesake. But today isn't going to be any about that. I know we've talked about some heavy subjects in the last few videos, but I'm trying to keep all my promises to you guys. So I promised you that I would show you that song that I made out of the primes with the different lines, the different equations that I came up with. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I was gonna do a big intro about what they all mean. The BPNTE just stands for best prime number theory ever, which I changed to mem later on, but we'll get into that later. You don't need 5 letters to describe one equation. That being said, here we go. Enjoy. The last thing I can say is people say that the primes are, they do have a pattern, but like nobody will ever be able to figure it out. But presented in this way, you can see, kind of like Lord of the Rings, like they do have tendencies. They meander, but they do have tendencies, and there should be one line that rules them all. So, anyway, enjoy, and might do a little bit of commentary on the end. Okay, just a few things to help you guys out, and then I'm gonna sign off early and make some tacos. Number one, I screenshotted including the titles of the spreadsheets. So the whole MEP something to P something else, all that means is ME means like my equation. Every single time I make new spreadsheets, I have to change the name a little bit so it doesn't overwrite the old ones. The P2 to P like 25,000, the first one. Again, that's not the first 25,000 primes. That's prime 2 to prime whatever is just under 25,000, which when you're doing segments of, 2 to 25 or whatever prime is 25,000, it's about 2,000 primes. So from 2 to 25,000 is about 2,700 primes, and then the density goes down after that. Also, if you look at the number on the left side of the graph, the y-axis, it's like starts at 1.25 really early, then goes down to 1.14 something really quickly, and then 1.13, 1.12. Basically, what's that saying is that's the primes are roughly n times the ln of n, which is the prime number theorem, times whatever, 14%, 13%. You can think of that as 100% plus an extra percentage, and that's the prime number theory, that it'll eventually decay to 1.0000, but only at infinity. But, and here's the end of this video, I promise, that also shows that the primes aren't the only things that are asymptotic with n ln of n. There are an infinite amount, transcendently infinite amount of lines. There are transcendently infinite amount of my lines that are asymptotic with n ln of n, which means that's why I showed it to you guys. It's like zooming in on the primes all the time. You're never zooming out. And there must be one line that the primes zigzag back and forth like plucking strings. There must be one line that the primes pluck more than any other line in the universe. And that would be the line that follows the primes to infinity. All right, now I'm going to sign off and make my tacos. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Sorry I didn't have music played to it yet. I'm just not that developed in the production capacity for my YouTube. Obviously, with my background, it's, as always, it's just me. Just think of me as kind of like from a mathematics point of view, like a young, hungry rapper making mixtapes out of his mom's basement or something like that. All right. As always, rule number 1, do not touch each other without another person's consent, aka do not hurt each other. And rule number 2, it's all about honesty. Lies are a tick down, aka try not to lie. All right, y'all have a great day. I'll talk to you later.